Welcome to Daily Success. Listen in on these personal conversations with today's leaders, innovators, and influencers as they discuss daily success principles, systems, and solutions. Get ready for Daily Success. Now, here's your host.
Hi, everyone. This is Tammy Patzer, and I'm really excited that I'm part of the Champions Book Project by Memories in a Mansion. And today we're going to be interviewing Mery Dominguez and Diana Alde Regia. And I wanted to ask Diana, before we get started, to tell us more about the Champions Book Project and Memories in a Mansion. So Diana, tell us more.
I'd love to, Tammy. Thank you. Memories in a Mansion is a global leadership academy changing the lives of 10 million plus women. It's a 4-month in-house project where we teach them personal development skills. We teach them business skills, including public speaking, which is so important. Self-care, hygiene. We're creating a new normal for them. We're giving them the love and attention that they haven't had the majority of their lives. These are women exiting the foster care system once they turn, some people don't know this, but once you turn 18 in the foster care system, you don't have any support anymore. You travel with your stuff in a garbage bag every time they don't want you at a specific place, and that's horrible. So what does that teach them? So we're giving them all the tools, the skills, and the love necessary in order for them to succeed in life, knowing that they have someone that's got their back. The Champions book is a 20-author book where all the authors explain how they've overcome their challenges. It doesn't have to be the foster care system. It could be, that they're victims of domestic violence. It could be health problems. It could be personal problems. It doesn't matter. We all have challenges. It doesn't matter what walk of life we come from. There's always something that we have to overcome, because if not, we don't grow. And it shows them that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that they're able to overcome whatever it is that they're going through, as long as there's someone there supporting them. And there always will be someone. They just have to pay attention.
Well, I think it's definitely a much needed program and project, and I'm really happy to be part of it. So let me talk a little bit about Mery Dominguez. I've known Mery for a few years now, and boy, is she a dynamic speaker, and she has such a unique background. Mery is a professional educator, and she's an expert in connection coaching and personal motivation, and everything she does just comes across with this unique power. And she's also the creator and founder of ParenTeen Moments. So what I wanted to ask you about right now is about the chapter that you wrote for the Champions book. It's called Stickituity, Honoring Your Intention. So tell me, Mery, why did you decide to be part of this book and this program?
Thank you, Tammy, and thank you, Diana, for allowing me to be part of this amazing program that you've put together. And I will tell you that even with the chapter, Stickituity, I think that it's always part of me to be very creative and just bring flair and life into things. And be different too. I know that as Tammy, when you mentioned, and Diana, we all have challenges. I was challenged during my teen years. I have a 28-year-old, she's almost my age, so that tells you a lot. But it wasn't easy. It was a very, challenging senior year for me. And I know that when Diana shared her vision, it was really aligned with the need that I saw, among classmates back then, and in my 25 years of teaching, I see that the challenges still are there, and this program is just an amazing program. I know that once they, like Diana mentioned, they leave the foster care, even when they graduate high school, a lot of parents are like, okay, you're on your own, and they're not ready. So I'm very excited about this project.
So tell me more, what about this project really excites you the most about the Memories in a Mansion Leadership Academy? What is there about it that makes it so unique?
I think it's definitely an opportunity to develop from a whole different paradigm, shifting their paradigm. They have many of these girls would probably be in the public school system. They've probably been in foster care. They've probably been through so many situations, very far from opulence, very far from what's possible. And it's even the whole concept of the stick-to-ity. It's like what you stick to will continue. So what if you have an opportunity to stick to something different, to learn different skills and develop those skills so that now you can stick to what you really want to achieve? And that's what I'm most excited about, just being able to motivate them and to inspire them to see what's possible.
I understand that. I know that you have the ParenTeen Moments and some other programs. So tell me more about how your programs connect to the Memories in a Mansion programs.
Well, I tell you that I know that between Diana and I was a definite divine connection, because aside from ParenTeen Moments, being one of my businesses and my bread and butter, and where we get to strengthen families and connect parents with their teenagers, that first of all, I know in a big part, it has a big influence in these kids, because a lot of these kids by default, they've shown that even if they were missing either a parent, or they didn't really grow with their parents, or they didn't have a solid relationship with their parents. So we get to teach them about what healthy parent and child relations should look like, because we definitely don't want them to duplicate what they saw in some cases. In some cases, yes, but because circumstances, may be a parent's death, that might have taken it, or different circumstances. But in many of the cases of these children, they haven't had pleasant connections, and we want to change that. Then aside from that, I also have a non-for-profit that is Academy of Class, and that CLASS is an acronym for Committed Leaders Achieving Success and Significance. And I started that organization about 9 years ago with a goal of helping high school students that just need to learn just basic, whether it's job skills, life skills, cooking, etiquette. And when Diana told me she wanted to do this for the older kids, I was like, wow, you mean, because it's not like a one-day lesson you're going to get it. Like, you really have to immerse these kids. So Diana said that in Memories in a Mansion, these girls are going to have an opportunity to live in this house, and all this curriculum is being that they get to total immerse, that's a total immersion opportunity, and really, talk about stick-to-ity. Like, they're going to stick to it because they're in it every day. And I was like, wow, I was blown away, because now the kids that I serve, whether they're pregnant teens, teen moms, youth that are considered at risk, they can actually transition into Memories in a Mansion. And that's what I'm most excited about.
Wow, that is just really phenomenal. And again, because of your background in the education system, you have that firsthand knowledge of what the real needs are. So it sounds like between the two of you, you really come on to what is the needs of real needs, and you're solving a real problem, and you can just change people's lives. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about how this whole thing can change lives. So what would you say your biggest lesson as a parent has been, and what is the message that you want to give to other parents out there?
Well, my message through ParenTeen Moments, what I have learned, even parenting myself, as I said, I do have a 28-year-old and I also have an 18-year-old, recently graduated from high school. And I will tell you that what I tell most of the parents out there in my conferences and through my coaching is there's no perfect parenting. We try different things. We try different strategies. We use different tools. And the most important thing is that we work on ourselves, that we work on developing our true nature, and really making our life one that is going to serve as a model for our kids. Because it fills my heart when I see that my kids, they'll see something, they'll see me and they see me working and so forth. But at the end of the day, I know that that's also a motivation. Like, look, when I want to do this and I want to do this like my mom, and I'm like, okay, they don't think I'm crazy. That's a good thing. But there are also going to be moments that there's challenges, and we get to revisit those moments. So don't beat yourself up as a parent. And you don't have to do it alone either. There's definitely support, whether it's myself or counselors. Just seek the support that you need at the moment, because when I see parents throw the towel, and it happens more often, Tammy, than it should. I've seen it in the schools where, kids come in and they're like, oh, I'm staying with a friend because my parents threw me out. And I don't mean to judge the parents, but I just feel that perhaps they don't know that there is support available to them. So it's just that, you don't have to beat yourself up. You're not being judged. Just welcome the support and know that there's no perfect way of doing it. We just get to keep trying.
That's really good, because I think you're absolutely right. Many parents don't realize that there is support out there. And believe me, I've met a lot of kids whose parents have, let's say, abandoned them, because I have two sons and they brought home girls who that happened with. So it looks like, Diana, tell me more about the Memories in a Mansion program and some upcoming big events that you have for it.
Well, our launch, excuse me, our launch, our book launch, and telling the world that Memories in a Mansion is out there and ready to go, and is August 1st at Villa Woodbine in Coconut Grove, from 7 to 10 p.m. And tickets are available still. And it's a 4-month it's a 4-month program with 9 different, bullets, 9 different topics. It all goes from finances to self-care, hygiene, public skills, etiquette, how to walk, how to talk, how to feel comfortable in public. I know that I was looking at a property. I went to see a property that we're going to possibly use for this program, and I felt like I was in Disney World, but I didn't feel out of place because I knew I could walk, I could talk. I mean, I felt comfortable because it was all new to me. I felt like, wow. But these girls walk into this situation and they're going to say, okay, what do I do? Where do I sit? How do I, I want them to know that regardless of the number of utensils they have in front of them, then they can sit down and eat. They can hold their own and look at people with confidence and with knowing that their voice is important, that what they're saying, someone wants to listen to and someone cares. And that we're going to support them depending on their track. If they want to be entrepreneurs, if they want to go to high level learning institutions, if they want jobs, that's fine too. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. But if they choose to be, we're going to support them in whatever track they want.
Wow. 4 months of immersion, living in that situation, that sounds like that would be such a great opportunity to just be exposed to so many different levels of living. And most people, they can't even imagine what that opportunity would be like. So, Mery, I wanted to ask you a couple more questions. Why did you choose to be a parent engagement expert?
That's a great question, Tammy. And one of the reasons why I chose to be a parent engagement expert was because in working with teenagers, I worked, as mentioned before, at a high school for 14 years. And a lot of the kids, that were not doing well in school, it wasn't just about giving them the bad grade and, just like thinking that they didn't care. I chose to think that they did care, but maybe something was happening. And I would have conversations with a lot of these kids, and I was impressed to hear the challenges they were going through. Whether they were experiencing bullying, where they were maybe going through a period of transition where identity, just different challenges. And I would ask them, were you talking to your parents about it? And most of them would say no. And I was surprised. I said, well, why didn't you talk to your parents? And the common denominator was, well, they just wouldn't get it. They didn't understand. Like, I've tried before. And I thought, why is that connection not happening? And a lot of the parents, I would go ahead and, call them and say, look, what about if I call them? And then the parents were oblivious of what was going on. And when I had the conversation, they were open to supporting their kids, but they probably didn't know how to. And just being able to find resources for those parents and then seeing them come back and connect, it was like, wow, this is great, but this is not my job. Like, that's not what I'm getting paid for to do. I'm getting paid to teach lessons. And so on the side, I'm doing this. And it was like, the more I did it, the more I felt like I wanted to do. And that's how I decided. I said, it's not a matter that parents don't want to connect. I think it's just they don't know how. Kids tend to push them away. They're like, oh, it's okay. No, nothing's wrong. And the parents are like, okay, I guess if something's wrong, they would tell me. But even teenagers, they're deep down, they want to be grown-ups, but they're still children. And the fact that we teach parents how to engage and not just be there, not just make sure there's food in the refrigerator and that my clothes is clean, but really ask open-ended questions. Teach them how to not interrogate, but instead be, like I said, I guess it's just teaching them the art of connection. And when you see that happen, it's just an amazing thing. And I even help also parents, not necessarily, I would say help, but encourage those that are already having, a great relationship to join our events, because they're great role models to the other parents. And it's amazing, they make friends with each other. It's a whole community that we're building through ParenTeen Moments. And we intend to do this globally.
Wow, that's really phenomenal. So what would you say is the thing you enjoy most about what you're doing now?
I enjoy seeing the transformations. Our goal is to transform over 1 million families around the world. And we are now currently training other people, other teachers that want to do the work that I do in delivering the trainings, conferences, workshops at the schools, which I do regularly, because I know that I can't do it alone. Just like Diana has a whole team with her, and I know I'm on the board. So I've learned that it's the power of communication, of collaboration, that really gets the job done. So it's going to take a whole army, and that's what we're building now, just more leaders to reach more parents.
So, Mery, if somebody wants to reach out to you, what's the best way to do that?
They can go on my website. The information is there. It's ParenTeen Moments, and parenting is a play on words. It's the word parent, EEN, moments with an S.com. I'm also on Facebook under ParenTeen Moments with Mery Dominguez, and I'm on Instagram, ParenTeen Moments.
Great. Well, I'm sure that people can reach out. And I think the biggest lesson from what you've told us is there is help. There is a support system for both teens and parents. So ParenTeen Moments makes a lot of sense. So before we leave, Diana, I just wanted to recap a little bit from you. More about the Memories in a Mansion program. I know we mentioned that you had a big event coming up, and tell us more about that and how people can reach out to Memories in a Mansion.
Perfect. You can find the event on Facebook, Memories in a Mansion TM, as in trademark. And you can also go to my website, memoriesinamansion.org. And you can email me, which is probably the best if you want to have a conversation, at Diana being Diana at memoriesinamansion.org.
Okay.
We're always looking for sponsors. We're always looking for mentors. We're always looking for people who want to give a hand up.
That's beautiful. Mery, any last words about what you're up to and your projects?
Yes. Another reason why parents reach out to me is because they're overwhelmed in regards to community service for their children, for their teenagers. Teenagers, by the time they graduate, if they're looking to achieve scholarships to apply to universities or even bright futures, they need to have 100 hours of community service. So I want to invite those parents who want to get their kids involved or who themselves want to be involved with Memories in a Mansion and also through Academy of Class, because there is so much work to be done, and really we want to provide these girls an opportunity to connect with real people and that they can see that they matter. That it's not just about putting them in a house and yes, they have they're going to learn all these skills. But one of the major skills that I'm really big on is learning interpersonal skills and relationships and building relationships. And for that, we need that support. So sometimes it's just about, coming in and just sitting and having conversations. That taking time to do that is a form of community service. It's not just, collecting cans or whatnot. So be proactive, reach out to Diana or myself, and we would definitely stock up on those hours that you need to graduate for those teenagers out there.
Wow, great opportunity, ParenTeen Moments for community service. That's like the tip of the day. Thank you so much, Mery. So Diana, any last comments?
Yes. By helping one young woman transition, you're helping not only their family or their future families, but also the community. Don't hesitate. And anytime you have the opportunity to help someone up.
That's really beautiful. So everyone, it's ParenTeenMoments.com and memoriesinamansion.org. Go check it out. And if you can show up for that August 1st event, definitely go to Memories in a Mansion TM on Facebook. Sign up. That sounds like a fabulous opportunity to find out more. So thank you so much, Diana and Mery. I really enjoyed it.
It's also on Eventbrite if you want to look for it there.
Okay, great. So Eventbrite, Memories in a Mansion, and go look there or on Facebook or memoriesinamansion.org. So everyone, this is Tammy Patzer. Go make it a beautiful day.
You've been listening to Daily Success. Tune in again and subscribe. Never miss a moment of daily success.